Mr. Hauser, I've got a few questions for you. You were chief of staff for ICE, is that correct?
Republican,
what years were you there?
Congressman.
2021 to 2023.
He's pretty
So that
good,
was during
young
the
guy,
Biden
up and
administration,
coming.
is that right?
The Republican Party.
Got it. So presumably you're well versed in border security and immigration enforcement, is that right?
Representative Gill,
Yes, sir.
his
I would
name.
say that I'm very aware. I also worked at
I think
CBP
he's
under the
from
Obama
Texas, I'm
administration.
not sure.
Got it. So you've got a lot of experience
He's very
there.
smart and
Can I ask you a few
intelligent.
questions? In an interview with the Daily Blast on February 28th, 2024, you mentioned, quote, "You can't deter and punish your way to lowering encounters at the border," end quote. Do you think you were right or wrong about that?
100%, sir. What we've seen.
100% what?
This is
Right or wrong?
Biden's former
100%
ICE
correct.
You were correct
chief,
about that.
chief of ICE.
Yes, sir. The idea
This,
that you just
dum-dum.
dismantle an immigration system is not. There was a mandate to the Trump administration.
Illegal alien border encounters are down 95% right now. I think you were wrong about that. You also said, quote, "The idea that you can turn off the border is just not factual." Do you think that was right or wrong?
Sir, the threats that we're still seeing across the border.
Do you think
I
you were right or
named
wrong
those
about that
numbers earlier.
statement?
What's that,
The
sir?
question is, were you right or wrong about that statement?
When you
That you
turn
can
off
just
the
turn off the
immigration
border.
system, sir, yes, you will not see encounters. Yes,
So, well, southwestern border encounters are at a 15-year low under President Trump. Another thing that you mentioned, quote, "Just shutting off the border to asylum seekers is not going to do that," meaning close the border. What I think is going to do that is make it more erratic and sporadic for the sort of large surges of migrants you would see coming across the border. Do you think that was right or wrong?
100% correct. It was correct, sir. We're going to see that over the next couple of years. Yes.
Border apprehensions are down now because President Trump has secured our border. He's stopped the flow of illegal aliens coming across our border and coming to our border. Do you think that we have a better or worse border situation now than we did under Joe Biden?
Sir, I believe the border is secure.
You believe the border is secure. That's right. But you were wrong about a lot of other things about what would secure the border. Is that right?
No, sir. It's only been 100 days.
You were wrong about what it would take to stop the flow of illegal aliens coming into the United States. You were wrong that secure enforcement that we're seeing under President Trump would stop the flow of illegal aliens. You ought to keep that in mind as you're going to the media and mouthing off about the
Can I
president.
answer that question?
Let me ask you another question. This is from a New York Times op-ed that you wrote just a month ago.
Yes, sir.
You mentioned, quote, "Federal law enforcement under President Trump is engaged in dangerous political theater." What about President Trump's law enforcement do you think is dangerous political theater? Do you think that
Sir, I think
seizing
setting quotas,
235,000 pounds
artificial
of
quotas
fentanyl
by
at the border
political
is
appointees in the
dangerous
White
political
House
theater?
is a problem.
Do you think seizing fentanyl at our border is dangerous
sir.
political theater? Do you know who Gilberto Avila Jara is?
So that's exactly where ICE should have their resources focused. That's exactly what
And
this
we did,
administration
and he
is
was
beginning to turn
arrested
them away
last
from.
month and charged with over 20 sex crimes against minors.
Yes, sir.
These were the kind of people that Joe
Taking
Biden
2,000
and under
CBP
your
officers off the
leadership were
border
coming
over
into
the
our
next
country.
3 months doesn't make us more safe. Taking HSI agents away from drug interdiction, and
Taking murderers and rapists off our streets makes the American
make us
people
more
more
safe.
safe. It's your testimony that taking murderers and rapists off our streets does not make us more safe.
What I'm
Is
saying,
that what
sir,
you're telling me?
is what we have heard from this administration is over the next few months, there's going to be thousands of law enforcement focused on non-criminal migrants.
We'll see.
Instead
You
of
were
the
you were
exact
wrong
same
about a
threats
lot
we
of things.
both
I don't
agree
put a
on.
whole lot of stock into that, candidly, and I don't think the American people do either. Do you support amnesty?
No, sir.
Do you support amnesty for illegal aliens?
No, sir.
In this New York Times article, you wrote, quote, "That means that the best solution for public safety is not mass deportations.
I
It's
support
giving undocumented, I'm
immigration support
speaking
for
right
migrants
now.
that need
This is my
protection
time,
under
not
our law.
yours. I'm speaking.
You
It's
tell
giving
me.
undocumented immigrants who have been in the United States for a long time the opportunity to come forward, pay a fine, and gain legal status." That
Yes, sir.
sounds a lot like amnesty to me, doesn't it, to
It's a
you?
process, sir, under the law that can exercise and allow them for
That's
migrants to come out of
amnesty.
the shadows and then focus.
That's what amnesty is. This is a
Deport 'em all,
deliberate
that's what I
semantic
say.
obfuscation.
Come in illegal,
You know
deport
it,
the
and I
ones that
know
came
it,
in
and the
legal,
American
deport 'em
people know
all.
it as
What's
well. Do you think that illegal aliens should be given welfare
Hell,
once
no
they get
way, hell
amnesty?
no.
Sir, that's not my department.
You've got a lot of opinions on a whole lot of different things. You don't have an opinion on
Areas where
that?
I've worked for 20 years, sir. Yes, sir.
And finally, let me ask you, do you think that Biden was successful at stopping illegal immigration?
There was failures at the beginning of the Biden
No,
administration
really?
to deal with the flow of
Didn't know
migrants
that.
post-COVID. And then there was failures of implementation of
Yeah, made me
policies
the ICE
across
chief.
all of the immigration system.
I could be better
That's
than
the
dude.
same problems we're seeing now. The idea that you can enforce your way out of immigration and the challenges that we see across the Western Hemisphere, it's not going to work.
We had an open
He's
border
right.
under Biden, the border's secure now. I think that's
Yeah, that
a successful
representative
Trump
knows
policy
his
and failure
stuff.
of the
He's
Biden
pretty good.
administration. I yield my time back.